First, if you were in the hospital, would you want to know if the people caring for you were vaccinated for COVID?
So far, 4 of the 6 major hospitals in Memphis are now requiring their employees to get vaxxed. But despite the surge in cases, St. Francis hospitals and Baptist hospitals are holding out.
Baptist, of course, is the area's second largest employer with 19,000 workers. It recently reported more than 42% of its workers are still unvaccinated. But we received a memo showing that while Baptist doesn't require its own workers to be vaccinated, it does require anyone who works for its many vendors to be vaxxed. And tonight, some are calling that a double standard. Caitlin McCarthy joins us live outside the hospital in East Memphis tonight. Caitlin, why hasn't Baptist changed its mind?
Well, Richard, Baptist wouldn't explain further, and there's no word on if they'll change the policy. And some people we asked about it say they're puzzled, to say the least. Many told me they'd feel safer in a hospital if their nurses and doctors were vaccinated against COVID-19.
Well, be less likely that I could get something else other than what I went in there for.
I would feel safer because they are around a lot of different patients and they're in the hospital with germs and who knows what's happening in the hospital.
Marilyn McDaniel says if a hospital is asking us to get vaccinated, they should expect the same of their workers.
I think they should be an example for others.
Others told me while no one should be pressured to get vaccinated, it's the right thing to do.
Honestly, I feel like everybody should have a choice.
Baptist Hospital will continue to give its employees that choice. However, Local 24 News received a memo reminding vendors that as of August 1st, a different rule applies to their workers. The memo shared with us from a medical supply vendor says that their workers aren't vaccinated, they can't enter the building.
All hospitals should require all healthcare workers to be vaccinated. This is a no-brainer.
Infectious disease specialist Dr. Manoj Jain doesn't think a vaccine mandate will drive employees away, as many employers fear.
When you require people to be vaccinated in a hospital setting, we go from 60-70% vaccination to 95 to 98% vaccination.
And Baptist tells me the vast majority of its vendors don't have a problem with the policy. In fact, the vendor we talked to says he doesn't either. He just thinks Baptist should stop sending mixed signals. Richard?
Well, Caitlin, we know which Memphis hospitals are requiring workers to get vaccinated. What about the rest of the country? How's it playing out?
Well, Richard, we contacted the American Hospital Association today, and they say they strongly encourage their member hospitals to have a vaccine requirement. 2 weeks ago, only 9% were doing so. Today, the AHA estimates that's climbed to 25%. But don't forget, there's medical clinics and even some nursing homes with medical staff coming in and out treating patients who are not vaccinated.